Unless you've been living under a rock, you're well aware of who Coco Wyo are in the colouring book space. They are the industry leaders and their books make thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. This is their Amazon shop, and you can see here they've got 273 titles, loads of which are selling hundreds, if not thousands every month. And so if we come on over to their best seller here, Little Corner, we can scroll down to the bestseller rank and we can see that it's currently number 51 in books. If we use a tool that estimates the amount of sales it gets and the amount of royalties it gets, we can see some estimate numbers for this book. We can see that a guesstimate for this is around 28,000 sales a month. And in terms of royalties, over $100,000 a month. That's just from this one book out of those 200 odd titles. So Coco Wyo is absolutely smashing it. And yes, they're probably spending thousands, if not tens of thousands on advertising every single month, but it just shows you what's possible if you build that leading brand over on Amazon KDP. But that's not what we're looking at in this video. In this video, we're going to look at what Coco Wyo are doing over on Etsy. And so Coco Wyo colouring over on Etsy, they've got 4.9 stars, they've had 78,500 sales, and they've been over on Etsy for 2 years. And so if Coco Wyo weren't making enough money over on Amazon, they're trying to make more money over on Etsy. And so looking down here, you can see they've got a variety of different colouring books and colouring pages that they're selling, as well as their titles over on Amazon. The benefit of doing this is, they've created those colouring pages. Why not maximize how much money they're making? They're selling them as physical copies over on Amazon, and then they're selling them as digital downloadable pages over on Etsy. And so in this video, we're going to have a little look at Coco Wyo over on Etsy, see what they're doing, see if we can take any learnings from it, and see if we can be a bit nosy and see how much money they're making. Now, in order to do that, we're going to use a tool called Everbee. And within this, we're going to use the Shop Analyzer feature. So if we click on the Shop Analyzer, we're going to search for Coco Wyo's shop, and we can find out a ton of information about how Coco Wyo are performing over on Etsy. So straight away, monthly sales, 5,697. So obviously it's nowhere near their Amazon sales, but they're probably driving a lot of people on social media, etc. over to Amazon. Whereas Etsy, I'd imagine, is a smaller niche. Less people, I think, are going to want to buy digital colouring pages rather than the physical books. But over 5,500 sales a month, is pretty impressive. So looking at some shop stats here, their total revenue for this shop over time, it says it's here is estimated, so take it with a grain of salt, but it's saying around £135,000 in revenue. They have 90 listings and they've been operating for a couple of years. Their average price per listing is £2. So if you're looking to sell digital colouring pages over on Etsy, I'd probably use that as a benchmark and say I'll try and list for slightly lower than that, seeing as you're probably not going to be at the same level as Coco Wyo. And on average, they get almost 900 sales per listing. This month alone, they've made almost £8,700 over on Etsy. And so we're going to have a little look at their listings. So on here, you can look at the product analysis and the tag analysis, and we can rank these by whatever we want. So we can rank it by monthly revenue, total sales, the amount of reviews, the newest listings, all those kind of things. So I think the best thing to do to start with is probably listing it by monthly revenue. So that's what we're going to do here. So if we just expand this, we can see this spooky cutie book here, which is listed for £1, has almost 1,000 sales a month, £1,000 in monthly revenue, and in total has had over 8,000 sales. So if we click on that, which is their best performing listing over time, we can see a little bit more data here on the side. So let's just have a quick look at what it looks like over on Etsy. So all it is 6 colouring pages in a PDF file. So that's all it is, 6 pages. That's pretty easy to do. And in terms of the listing, it's pretty simple. It's just showcasing what 6 colouring pages you're getting. And it says here which book you're getting it from. So in terms of what you get, it says here it's a digital download, so it's a digital product. It's just a PDF, you don't get them in individual files as JPGs, etc. And it does say here, the digital material is strictly intended for personal use only. I'm sure some people might try and ignore that, but if that's you, definitely don't. You're just going to get in trouble by using these in any other way. So yeah, so the listing, pretty simple, 6 pages for £1. If we come down, we can see the conversion rate on this listing is a little under 7%, which is pretty good. 7.68% of people who buy it leave a review, which is great because Etsy is quite driven by reviews. And if we look at how this has performed over the last 3 months, we can see that maybe when it was a little bit earlier on in its life, it was selling a little bit more, but it is still generating ongoing sales. Now, one thing I love about Everbee is the tag analyzer. So this gets all the metadata and it's going to let us know what tags Coco Wyo are actually using for their listings over on Etsy. So here are the tags, and we're going to search by keyword score. So they're using their brand name Coco Wyo, which is fair enough. They're using cute colouring book, which has a decent amount of search volume, but it's also got a lot of competition. If we scroll down, we can try and find some better keywords. So they've got digital colouring, adult colouring book, colouring pages. This one has less volume, but also less competition. So you've got relaxing book and you've got stress relief. So there might be a few keywords in there that you could consider using. And just to validate this, we're going to click on the next one and we're going to look at those tags as well. So again, they've used, I think, the same tags with a couple of different ones here. They've got one which is inspirational, which is interesting. But yeah, the key keywords that they're targeting are Coco Wyo, cute colouring book, digital colouring, and adult colouring book. So let's say we copy this keyword here, cute colouring book, come on over to Etsy and search for that in the search bar. You can see here, you know, that one that we were just looking at, which is getting a ton of sales, is ranking here number 1. So that's showing that that keyword is working. It might be running ads to help it achieve that ranking. But if you're selling these cute, bold and easy style colouring pages over on Etsy, that would be a keyword that I would use in my keyword tags. So yeah, so I thought it was just quite interesting to see how Coco Wyo is performing over on Etsy. I've started launching some colouring pages myself over there, and maybe I've gone a little bit too big and a bit too overpriced. I was listing my colouring books for $3-4, but including 20 or 30 pages. Maybe it's easier to go quite granular, quite small, and do like 5 or 10 really good high quality pages and just sell them for £1. Maybe that's the way forward, because that's what Coco Wyo is doing really well over on Etsy. So that's it for this video. If you like the look of Everbee, you can try it out for yourself for free. There's a link down below in the description. Let me know if you give it a go, how you get on with it, what you think. And if this video is useful, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.